Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nancy Tigress, and if you've already been here before, then welcome back. So I wanted to talk about one of the apps that I use for camping, and it is amazing. I guess I was gonna say a review, but is it really a review? Because I'm literally saying it's one of my favorites. I have heard so much about this app while I was like doing research about like memberships and campsites and RVs. Yeah. And by the way, I will put a link in the bottom at the description for this, and I think they give you a rebate. I have to check. We'll talk about Harvest House. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. First of all, you have to pay, so it is a membership, but wow, you do end up saving because of the difference in like, well, the membership gives you access to all of these amazing places. It could be like wineries, breweries, hotels, and there's of course the people. It's like an Airbnb, but like for RVs. So instead of like going inside, you're actually parking in their yard. It could be like a parking spot, like they have a dedicated place. They also sometimes will have I forgot what I was saying. Oh, it could be like a farm, a ranch, or whatever. So there's all these different things. So Harvest House is like the business one. And then there's Boondockers, which is really like the people, us. So there's sometimes like travelers or people who don't travel anymore or still do. I want to support other people, so it just makes sense like that I use that if I can. So there'll be like some that you can have like a water hookup, or you can fill your tanks, some that have nothing at all, and then you have some like electrical that will have 15, 30, and 50. You have filters. You can like filter like what you're looking for. Do you want electrical, water, or not? How many days? That's up to you. Like most are, well, so business type, it seems like it's like a 1 day, 1 night, I should say. And usually they'll ask for you to purchase things at their store, or they'll ask you the donation, which is a price. I feel like most, I have not done any that I had to, oh yes, I have. It was a hotel actually. Yes, I remember I did that. So it was like a hotel, and they had like an arcade and thing. I'm gonna show a video. I can show a video of what it was. Like, it was amazing. They had a pool, they had an arcade, and they had a restaurant. They had a bunch of things. So you had like a $20 or $30 that you had to spend at the place. And my son and I, we chose to go to the arcade. And then you have like 1 night, and there'll be like max 3, but you can ask for more days, or 5, and then you can ask. So I've had some that were like a few days, and I actually asked like if they didn't mind me staying, and they didn't. So I was stayed longer, and then it's an experience. I mean, it's amazing. Not only like do you meet awesome people, but you're saving money, you're meeting awesome people, and sometimes you're in this really cool spots. Like really cool. There was one spot that I can actually show here, but my son spent like the whole entire day outside playing with the animals. Like, it was surrounded with like horses and donkeys and like chickens, and like my son was like so happy. The morning, like when he saw the animals were, because at night they go like in a section on the other side of the gate, and in the day they open the gate and they can go like where the RVs are. They opened the gate, they all came, and yeah, my son was like boop, outside, and I didn't see him all day. Really cool. We had one, it was like right by a little creek, and it was like beautiful spot. Their house was far, so we can see their house, but like we were not neighbors. They were like way farther. There was a little creek, and we had like a spot, a table and chairs. And okay, there is also reviews, like, you know, Airbnb, there's like reviews and stuff. I had an Airbnb, and I know what it is, but it's not the same like RV than house, because they're not going in your house. But still, like, people have rules, like act better than if you were at your house. You're a guest, but it's not like, you know, take care of the spot you're at, be respectful, make sure you clean after yourself, leave it better than before you arrive, type of thing. I know like I'm a guest and they're a host, and if you need anything, usually you text or call, but most of the time I would be in my RV, or I would leave, or I would like stay around. I wouldn't like be like wandering on their yard or stuff, unless they said like you can go there, and then, you know, whatever. But most of the time, like, that's not my type. It's like I'll go somewhere else, or I'll just stay like where I know 100% I'm okay. So it's like, but yeah, I had so much great experiences. So you cannot have spots for like 30 days. Like, that's not a thing. Like, someone, I mean, if you find someone that's will let you 30 days, then good for you. But I doubt that someone would want that. So if I know like I need a spot, for example, now, like it's winter, there's snow, and I'm not going to move. Like I really need to have like a whole setup. So I'm not going to be jumping from one spot to another. And camp spots, usually they give you prices for a month. So it just makes sense. You want to give them time to like say yes or no, because sometimes they might not be able to have you. They might not have room. They might not be home, or it might not just work out that time. So you want to give them a little bit of time. I've had some, I think the first one, yeah, it was like hours before. Like I'm like, I need to rest right now. I think there's a spot right there, and he clicked on it. And we couldn't reserve. So I just said, can you write to the person? And he did. And they just said, yes, sure. So my first experience was like amazing, because I was like, how am I going to reserve any spot last minute like this? And I was able to write to the person, and they accepted. For some reason, I remember trying that again another time, and I feel like I couldn't figure out how. Like it wasn't working. I don't know if they took that feature out. So I've had a lot of moments where it's like, okay, I don't have a spot. I'll find one. Some will be like last minute, but you still have hours. Like you can't do like, let's say like 2 hours in advance, which is kind of what I did. It was like an hour or two. So you have to have like a minimum of hours, but usually like it's better days in advance for sure. The thing is that sometimes I don't know like exactly where I'm going to be. So that, so most of the times I'll just look. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to drive. And you do have on that app a route where you can actually put where you are, where you're going. And then you can look all the places from like, let's say like 100 miles or 60 miles apart from the street, or like 20 miles. So you have a filter. I'll try and show all of this, but you have a filter, and then you can just like find a spot. The only thing I don't enjoy about that is that it doesn't give you the time from the spot you are from the, like, let's say I find a house and I'm like, oh, maybe this one would work. It won't say how long. So I'll usually have to go on like my Google map and check. And I'm like, oh, this is like 8 hours. So I would find another spot before that and then check. So that's the one thing that I wish they would have. But other than that, like you find all the spots that you can do, you book it. And of course, once it's booked, like it will say, and you can have like the notification saying you have one coming up this day and this day. So yeah, that amazing. Like I just used it so much. And if I was to show you my spreadsheet, which I was thinking of doing for like reviews for memberships and goodness, I forget the word. Anyways, I could show it for this one, and then maybe do for like condense of all the memberships. So there's a lot, and I had some free $5 I could show you, but the amount that I've saved with that, and the time and the fun and the just everything. When you're driving, I don't want to park like in parking spots where I'm unsure if I'm allowed to be there, if it's safe, and etc. I can even have electrical. I can put my slide out. I have no worries. Like I know I'm good. So those are like it's just, yeah, amazing. So when I'm traveling, and there's also times where it's just in general, I use it. Because if you're not really like set somewhere, because there is, of course, like times where I'm like, I want to be in this area for whatever. But yeah, for me, like if I can stay a week here and a few days there, I don't mind moving, and you're visiting different areas, different spots, or I could do it a few times and then move and get a camp spot. There's a bunch of filters. There's the routing thing. And of course, like you can see like all the ones that you're going on next, and you're able to talk to the person. Just been amazing. The one thing though is that depending on what you're looking for, like it's not, if you have any idea, like if you go on the app and you're enjoying it and you have any, like an idea of someone or something, or, spread the word around, because it's just going to add more people or more places for people to travel to. Like, even if you're interested, it's like, start it at your place, Oh, the places. Because this is not like, you'll have spots where there'll be like a lot, and you'll have spots where there won't be any, and you'll have spots where it's like varied, or you might even have to get off the highway a little bit, like drive for a while to get to that spot. Again, I feel like for me, it's worth it. Like if I'm driving and I have to drive like 20 minutes out of the highway just to go to a spot to like relax, be safe, and have like a setup, you know, it's like, for me, it's worth it. Also because, you know, there's like all these laws about like, can you park there? Can you sleep there or not? Like a lot of places you're not allowed. I know people say like Walmart, but like Walmart is like one of the things that you actually have to ask. Like they're not all, you're not like, there's a lot of laws that changed and it goes by city. Of course, there's apps to help with that and I could share, but I will tell you, I don't think I've slept in a Walmart parking lot since I started a year ago. I haven't. Like I've parked, I've done stuff, but I haven't slept in a Walmart parking lot. I've slept in other parking lots, but not that one. So I can do another video about that if you guys want. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit the like, and I'll see you soon for my next video, which I could do maybe about the apps that I use and stuff. Thank you so much. Bye.